All right, hey everybody, this is Will Fix. This is part 2, and I want to talk about the price predictions that that I have for XRP. Please, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I'm always trying to cast vision, and oh, you just spread hopium. That's exactly right. I'm invested in XRP. I'm not closed-minded. I do look at it with wide eyes, and I try to see it for what it is. And I've been blessed in my life so far. So I feel like the Lord has me on a good path, okay? So come along with me. Yes, it is about staying hopeful with XRP so that we can stay in the game. So stick with me. Watch out in the comments for all the trash that's in there. Y'all know already. There's tons of stuff that goes on in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Share the video. Check out my links. Now, here's my 3 price predictions. So I had a $1.20 price prediction just a couple days ago, and somebody rightfully said, hey, you know, what happened to your big price prediction? And I realized I didn't distinguish between them. And that said that could look kind of weird. So I thought, hey, I need to straighten that out. All right, so here we are. So my $1.20 price prediction is my regular retail investor price prediction based on chart reading and regular bull market crypto run, not utility run, and not and not the swooping change that's going to take place. The huge change the whole world's taken on with tokenization and everything. So stick with me here. So just the $1.20 prediction is simply this. When you look at the charts and you see where the coin has been, and you look at volume, and you look at following Bitcoin, y'all have seen, you can see on the charts, I mean, it's almost like, you know, they all move the same. Now, if this was the chart lines, you know, you've seen them where they just look like they're all the same. As Bitcoin moves, you could put another chart right beside it and it just about follows it, right? So we can pretty much say if Bitcoin moves, you know, there's a lot of other coins that move with it, and they move in the same chart patterns. Well, when you figure the chart patterns, you can count a lot on the more volume of buyers there are, and the more volume of people involved, the more predictable the chart is. So Bitcoin lays out that there's probably going to be about a 3x move on Bitcoin. So that's been predicted by all kinds of chart reading RSI, MACD, momentum. You know, they have Fibonacci. There's all kinds of indicators. And so people chart read and they can predict. So we get to a 3x. Okay. So in a 3x, if XRP followed just because Bitcoin moved, there's your $1.20, right? Sort of. It kind of goes to $1.80. I was a little reserved because we don't always move as quick, but you could go to $1.80 if you wanted to. But then when you start getting to the $1.80 and you're going to chart reading, you end up at the top of 384 or whatever, you know, the all-time high. So conservatively speaking, and all of my figures I feel are conservative except my real big one. Anyway, so conservatively speaking, $1.20 is my price prediction, and that is for XRP, retail, regular crypto bull market, and probably within the next several months. Okay, so what's your $100 plus price prediction? Well, when I calculate how much money XRP moves, it's easy to calculate because we're working with numbers. If you have 54 billion coins worth $1, you can move $54 billion, right? Okay, if they're all available. Well, we have basically 54 billion coins worth 60 cents, right? So we can move whatever that amount is, right? Well, you got to cut it back some, because some people have parked some of their currency in places and aren't going to sell it. Not all of the coins up for sale. So you have what's available. So what's available is probably about 80% of that. Now, in that 80% that's available, there needs to be enough money to move all of the money by the partnerships and the banks and institutions that their required daily amount that they need to move. So when you calculate that, I very quickly can take, let's say, all these figures are wrong, but I just want to be able to explain the math and how I get to $100 plus, and I get there very easily, very quickly. In order for the number of coin to move X amount of money, the price of each coin has to be a certain size. So if it's too small, it's just not able to do it. So if you take Santander Bank and say they move $50 billion a day on average, and then in an interview with Ripple, I'm sure Ripple, XRP, when they're doing these institutions, they're probably asking, how much money do you move on an average day? How much money did you move on an average week? What was your highest week? What was your highest day? They need these figures because they're touting, hey, we have liquidity. So they have to be able to solve the problem that they're saying that they are solving. So for liquidity purposes, they need those figures. So when you add those figures up, if they do $1 trillion a year and you come up with your daily amount divided by 365 days, that's just an average, right? And you start stacking all of these companies that are sending money, you end up with a daily figure that's quite large. It's easily $100 per coin plus, because it has to be that big in order to move the money. So I created that spreadsheet that you guys seen. If just look through my videos, and if you find, the price estimator there, you can email me. All of that will be in that video, and I'll send you the price estimator where you can figure it out yourself. You can just take the figures, and the figures that I took to get to the $100 plus prediction were not how much money they received, because I don't know how that money got to them. It might not have been XRP. But because they've signed on with XRP, I can say they're going to use XRP to send, because you don't have to have an account with Ripple and XRP to receive their payment, because they've already set up where exchanges will set up ways to send the money to those institutions. So they already have a way. So I only went with send. So that is figure number one that is conservative. Conservative figure on the $100 is I didn't even count how they received the money, because that could be Ripple too. So that increases the figure, doesn't it? I also did not include that when institutional money switches on, that's going to raise the price, which is going to draw more retail investors in, more whales, more other institutions that want to make money. Huge companies that just want to make money will just buy XRP just for investment purposes. So when that jumps up from institutional money, it's going to jump up even more. All right. Now, that's the banks and institutions that have already signed on. So that's my price prediction number 2. Price prediction number 3 includes the tokenization of all assets. Then you go into the tokenization of just about everything, art, all of those things. XRP is doing a fantastic job on the ledger and converting things, the bond market, all of that. Tons of more money coming in, okay? When this wave, now here's what's interesting about that too. They're not working on it in a linear fashion, like one company waiting on the next company. Okay, they got done, they tokenized, now we're up. Now we'll start tokenizing assets because they're done. It's not going to take years excuse me, years and years to do this. Now I'm almost at 10 minutes. So I'm going to wrap it up. This is happening now. Companies are converting and tokenizing things. This is going to be a wave that is going to just be tremendous that's going to come into XRP. It's going to be a tremendous thing. And we're not going to need banks anymore. We're just not going to. We'll be lending and taking part in lending and tokenization and mortgages, and we'll be using cards. You know, the transport vehicle will be XRP for a lot of the world, or other tokens, and the conversion will take place on the other end. It'll look the same. I paid $10, but it won't be the same, because it'll be behind the scenes. It's going to be tokenization. And so therefore, all right, I'm going to wrap it up. That's the explanation of my 3. Sorry I had to do a part 2. Check out my links. I had a gigantic response with the Lofty.ai. I had over 120 people purchasing and signing up and buying and liking Lofty, and liking the results that they're getting, and being able to buy real estate property at as little as $35 and $50 a token. So check that out. Of course, Decent Wallet, we got another couple days there. Use that link, you save like 50 bucks. 3 commas, I'm going to do a video to explain a little bit more and show you how I make money with 3 commas. But if you're interested in having some money trade for you and make some money, kind of like being staked, it's not being staked, but it's actually trading the coin, doing down cost averaging, then check those links out. All right. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. See you in the next video.